Even though you're not funny, you don't make your family laugh at the dinner table. I know you don't. What do you tell them? Yeah, I'm just a peanut. I have a.
Oh, hold on, Kevin's. No, why? Me when my wife's boyfriend lets me stay up past bedtime for the peanut dance party. Oh my god.
You literally said the N-word multiple times. I don't know why saying a word means anything, but okay.
Oh my
I did
god.
not choose this peanut life. I got turned into one by the burnt peanut.
Hey everybody, CP here, the cool potato. Just wanted to show off the new
CP, that's... I don't know.
streamer persona.
Oh wait, how many are there? We got... Oh, we got a pickle, we got a heart, banana, tomato.
So streaming has become quite popular,
Oh god.
especially since 2020, where it saw a huge spike in attention, probably due to things like COVID, where we were all forced inside, and for many in education at the time, you had to put up with makeshift and quickly put together online classes that I'm pretty sure nobody learned a single thing in.
I'm not a child, Heidi. I'm a grown man.
Yo, Randy, you bald as
We've been hacked.
But for many people around that time, especially when the lockdowns had just started, you had to find things to do, which for some turned into learning skills like coding, cooking, painting, and maybe learning how to properly exercise. Or for some it meant playing the same games over and over till you eventually become fatigued with games in general, and even though you had all this free time now, you just couldn't bring yourself to play a game for even 15 minutes before getting bored, closing the game, and staring blankly at the screen. But watching someone else play the exact same game was a different thing entirely. Streaming around this time was already rising in popularity due to key streamers like Ninja.
Had shockwaves after he railed me like that from behind.
My god. Well, shit.
Shot on my back. After he came from behind.
Stop.
But now with everyone inside, streaming exploded. We had things like the Among Us craze, a rise in Minecraft viewership due to things like the Dream SMP.
Oh, Tommy in it.
Saw a different breed of parasocial viewer.
Bro. Oh, Gargoyle. But I've never really watched stream all that much. I watched a few like manhunt things, and I didn't really get mad that they were scripted or anything, because it's just like, okay, they're scripted. Like, he wins every time. Of course they're scripted. If he wins every single time, that's bullshit. And if he doesn't win, he's just only posting the ones where he does win. And then it's gotten to like the whole face reveal, and people thought he was ugly and stuff, or whatever.
We even saw the appearance of more things like VTubers. But one of the results of COVID, apart from it apparently messing with the fabric of time, where it feels like time is going way
COVID was 7 years ago. Oh my god, it was.
too fast now. But another effect was that streaming got more popular. More people tried doing it and more people got into it. It became mainstream, and even after COVID ended, it only became more popular, which has led to the streamers themselves being looked at more like celebrities. I mean, even celebrities themselves have tried to in one way or another enter the streaming space.
We could be taking questions right now. TikTok, you got any questions for me? What am I saying? I'm saying please come to Peru.
Peru?
You ate. Appreciate that. Love you, Brunito. When you come into my house. All right, maybe this questions thing wasn't a good idea.
But with streaming blowing up, it has come with a number of negative aspects as well. Hate watching is one of them, where
I have no idea who that is.
The sole purpose of preying on your downfall.
What's up? You want this?
Is that AI? Yep, it's alright, AI.
Why do you guys keep doing this?
Audience fatigue is a new one, especially if you blow up
Audience
quite fast
fatigue.
and your content is everywhere. People will get tired of seeing you and start to hate you. The only person I've seen that is
wait, hold on.
Content is everywhere. People will get
Proud to say I never watched a full stream. Grown ass man fake sleeve so he can get water dumped on him. Who is
I've
this?
seen you
Who are
and
these people?
start
I
to
have
hate
no
you.
idea
The
who
only
this
person
is.
I've seen that is completely immune to this is Queso. I've
Queso!
not seen an ounce of hate for him except his chat saying he's the descendant of a prehistoric megalodon, which is one of the many ways they call him fat. There's also a problem with clones where, especially if you get popular for a specific thing or niche, some may attempt to copy
Oh
you or
god, I
therefore
saw
to
this
reap the same
video.
benefits.
Ugh.
And all of which I just briefly described probably applies tenfolds to the streamer I'm going to be speaking about today. A streamer that at their peak took over the internet to the point where people of all ages were watching him. A streamer that with each stream would get over 100,000 current viewers. And a streamer that is quite literally a burnt carbohydrate. TheBurntPeanut.
There's a new one though. For some reason, a bunch of Dr. Disrespect champion club members have been coming in. They think since I'm big now, I'm encroaching on his territory or something.
I don't think so, but okay, sure.
Raiders, not the playground.
Now, if you don't know who TheBurntPeanut is, he started streaming all the way back in 20.
I only know him because of the Iron Mouse controversy. What the fuck? Controversy. I don't even watch her either. I watch other VTubers. It's just, to me, she's not very entertaining. I don't really watch Iron Mouse all that much. There's a lot of reasons, but I'll just say she's not entertaining. I watch Connor though. I've been watching him for years. I only found out Iron Mouse through Connor because I've been watching Connor since he did his Sebastian prank calls. Was that 8 years ago or something?
2022. And when he started, he wasn't a peanut. He was an actual person, a fleshy if you will. But it's important to note that almost all records of these past streams when he wasn't the peanut has been scrubbed from the internet to the point where you can only find singular frames of those streams. But back then he mainly streamed Escape from Tarkov, the game you only play if you have a gambling addiction, or you're a masochist and hate yourself.
I can do it. What is it? Ready? I'm gonna find close up, ready? For the team, boys!
Yeah.
Who's gonna die? Oh!
Or, more commonly,
oh no,
you're a hacker.
A hacker? Oh! Hello.
When he began streaming, he was still working a full-time job at a call center for scheduling, with the main thing being scheduled, according to him, being cat waxing. But it was
he worked at a wax place?
Definitely aren't used to seeing, if you catch my drift. But when he started,
I just have to look down, dude.
For around 5 months before giving it up, and he would only return.
I got a Brazilian wax once, and it fucking hurt. Hurt like a motherfucker. Ugh.
A year later, after a friend persuaded him to start streaming again, and after one of his first streams back, he noticed his name was TheBurntPeanut. So for his next stream, he became a peanut, and the rest from there is seemingly history. He still played Tarkov, but now as a peanut, and he began streaming more regularly with usually a daily stream that ranged from 2 to 6 hours depending on the day. He also began taking his clips from his stream and posting them to places like YouTube, which assisted in slowly building up his following.
I'm about to show you the power of the Windingulator, the most powerful weapon in all of Tarkov, but do not share it with anyone.
Adamantium.
Oh my god.
No,
by the end of 2024, he was averaging over 1,000 concurrent viewers, and it would only go up from there at the start of the next year. However, he was still streaming Tarkov, which people didn't really mind. Most were there for his personality at that point.
Oh. He did.
Fucking camping little bitch pussy.
Got your little boyfriend.
Yeah, he's a fucking Timmy, you little.
And you're next.
Yeah! Oh my god!
And things like his
shit, I'm laughing at him. Okay, maybe I should actually check out the burnt peanut and watch him. Shit.
Avatar constantly changing the animations he played before he went into each animations which were made by his brother, and the fact that there was no a dull moment in his streams was why a lot of people kept watching him.
Love you, nut.
Peanut's middle is the perfect place for my froggy penis. I want to wear them like a frog and feel that sweet, sweet ass pucker.
And all of this would later be a hallmark of his content. By August of 2025, he was averaging over 10,000 viewers, which put him at the top percentile of streamers, but his viewership would soon skyrocket in November of the same year, which was partially due to the launch of a game called Raiders. A game that was initially thought to be just another extraction shooter trying to copy Tarkov, and a game that 3 years ago was supposed to be a completely different game. But despite what people thought before it launched, it was somewhat of an instant success when it finally released.
Not slowing
Both
down.
with a lot of people playing it and watching it. Peanut began streaming it on release, and quickly he not only became the face of the game, but the face of streaming for quite a while.
Oh, right.
Wait, they're saying running dive through.
Oh fuck.
Oh! 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 That sound.
At this
Oh!
point, you could not escape Peanut. He had broken outside
Yes,
the art
I
creators category and
did.
become mainstream. Every
I wonder how he
platform
did
gave you
that.
a clip of his stream or a clip of someone talking about his stream. But with that many eyes on you, it almost becomes impossible to avoid.
Okay, question. What are Jaffe cakes? What is that? I have no idea what that is.
Controversy, either by people clipping you out of context, or even some people going all the way back before you blew up and sharing a clip of you saying a slur.
What slur?
QD OLED. Oh my god, dude, what is it? What is up with this fat man?
That's it? I'm sorry, that's it? Oh my god. So sensitive.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, I'm about to get cancelled. Oh shit.
God
I have to go back
Even got
to
into
working at my
controversy for being
stupid
nominated
wax
and
job.
winning the VTuber of the Year award, which pissed a lot of people off because they
If you don't have an anime exec, you aren't a VTuber. Simple as. No shape to peanut, but he even
don't
understand
think
why.
he's a VTuber. I mean, he even
I think he's kind of a VTuber because, like, the peanut body is rigged and then he has to move his mouth and eyes for it. I can see that he's a VTuber, yeah.
thinks he's not a VTuber, he classifies himself as a PTuber, and after facing all of this backlash, he immediately started making jokes at the expense of the people that were mad at him.
That's a VTuber right there. Listen up, 40-year-old man in a 15-year-old anime.
Yes, guys, I'm a 40-year-old Filipino man dressed behind a vampire bat VTuber woman with big tits. My life is fine.
2D VTubing suit.
But if we were honest, it was the Streamer Awards, the event that most criticized for their theory. It's just an award show for the friends of the people that host it, and the event where there's backlash each year for the nominations and award winners anyway.
Oh shit, bitch, where the fuck is my mouse? Oh no, where'd my mouse go? One second, technical difficulties. I have no idea where my mouse went. What the hell is happening? It's like stuck. It's stuck between these two videos. Hello? Weird. Yeah, it's stuck. One second. I'm gonna plug it, unplug it, and plug it back in. Okay. Gotta go under the desk. Okay. Let's see if that worked. No? Really? Did I unplug the wrong one? Oh. We're still in touchscreen, so I can't do shit for that. If my laptop was touchscreen, I could probably do that. Damn it. Why do I always have technical difficulties? There we go. Ow! I hit my elbow when it came back up under the desk. Ow. Okay.
Like, it
there we go.
Every year. But apart from people digging things up from his past, apart from his classifications as a VTuber or a PTuber, and apart from his controversies, there's already a few problems that have surrounded him, and it's
like
only
what?
gotten worse as he's gotten bigger. And it's to the point now where it's widespread and more apparent than ever. And you could say it's at the level now where it's directly affecting the reputation of Peanut. But what are these problems?
Ooh, let's start on
clones.
Well, sniff it.
What am I listening to, dude? Yeah.
So as I said, when
We done?
creators blow up, especially for a specific reason, it's natural to see others witness this attention and attempt to recreate it to potentially get a portion of the limelight. This can range from playing the same game to doing the same content to, at worst, attempting to replicate the personality of the original content creator.
Oh, dude. What is with this guy?
You really think I'm pace?
No, you're not wearing a hoodie.
And Peanut is no different from this trend. Actually, in his case, it's much worse. Probably because he's formatted in the way he is. He's simply a peanut with a filter that captures his mouth and eyes, projected onto the 3D Peanut model. Before Peanut blew up, there was little
kind of like a VTuber.
Format. Ironically, the closest relative to his format he had at the time was actually VTubers.
Exactly.
And I know by simply just making that comparison may result in some fans having an aneurysm, but when he did eventually blow up, it essentially became a
what is he, an
gold rush
autistic
overnight.
Spider-Man?
Hundreds of other streamers would adopt an inanimate object with their face displayed on top of it.
Yeah, so that is a banana.
Things like other edible items,
tomato,
items of clothing, to random objects, to even
mattress.
organs.
Art?
I have
What
a
is
feeling
happening?
we're soon going to see a peanut clone in the form of a puckered.
That would be like me putting an eyes and mouth on a bat. Like, I'm a vampire bat, but I'm like a humanoid one. I'm actually drawn. Besides, I've been thinking about new model ideas, so we'll see how it goes.
That was locally sourced. That would actually be impressive, probably because you'll be instantaneously banned, but then again, if you're streaming on Twitch, wearing them, you might be fine. There was also a rise in tutorials walking you through how to make your own burnt peanut avatar, which only made it more widespread. Now, these streamers obviously knew what they were doing.
I'm not trying to copy burnt peanut. I say I'm different from the peanuts. I say
a lot of these new streamers would begin being called
Your lips aren't black enough to say that. Oh my god.
There. And I've yet to
that is obviously like. Wait.
Difference from the peanut.
Let me see here. I can't tell, but I'm going off the pinkishness of his lips. He got brown eyes though, so. Well, this guy's a hash brown, right? I don't know.
A lot of these new streamers would begin being called peanut clones, and I've yet to see one that has successfully pulled this off and managed to.
Apple jelly? So it's a baby, but with the head of a jar of apple jelly. Then it would be yellow, not red. Also, what is this? What is that? And the beard too. Ugh, just
gather an audience that doesn't associate them with Peanut. But are we seeing a trend like VTubers where one person inspires many others to the point where it becomes its own genre? No.
Wait, I know that game. That's RE7, isn't it? It's RE7!
VTubers where one person
I love Resident Evil so much.
To the point where it becomes its own genre? No. As said, I don't see any of these new streamers doing anything unique, and none have accomplished the goal of branching away from the peanut stereotype. I mean, we had the Orange do this shit like 10 years ago, and I don't think there were any successful content around that time.
Excuse me.
Hey, I could be wrong.
I ate dinner before this.
Filled condom will be streamer of the year around
this
next year.
gross.
Even Peanut has picked up on people doing this, and he doesn't really seem to have a problem with it.
I mean, are they? I don't know. I mean, are they kind of hopping on the floor a little bit? Sure. But you know what I mean? It's like whatever. It's like whatever. I mean, I didn't invent the peanut. I didn't, you know what I mean? They can do whatever they want. They can, you know what I mean? But follow your dreams. That's what I say. That's what I say.
However, even though there are a lot of these clones, currently there is one that stands above the rest. The ultimate peanut clone, and that is the faithful sheriff.
Sheriff?
Ooh, let's start on him.
What? So we got a Bible, we got an ascot. What's an ascot, right? Or more of a bandana, I guess. Mustache and sheriff hat.
Well, sniff it.
Oh no. Stop! Stop being gross.
He is the very definition of a peanut clone. He is what appears to be the inbred variant of the burnt peanut. He even has lore that
relates
to the burnt peanut. Where the story goes, he was turned into a peanut because he disrespected Peanut's friend, Gingy, which outside of the peanut he did actually do. He made a whole video saying she was boring, and apparently they saw that video and responded to it. But in the lore, after seeing Gingy disrespected, the burnt peanut would respond by using his peanut wizard powers to turn this guy into a peanut. That is his lore.
That is really lazy.
Into a peanut, actually. That's why I'm a peanut. He turned me into one.
I'm still working on my lore. I'm taking hours to write it, okay? It's here and there. It's just, you know. Sometimes if you have lore, then it's hard to, like, branch out and talk about things in your life. Like your family, like, oh, in the lore, your family died. But, you know, you actually have a family in the real world, you know? Like, I don't want to play into a character all the time. That can just get too exhausting.
He's my arch nemesis.
But this isn't the first time the faithful sheriff has done something like this, because he was previously known before his rebrand as Dr. Witnesser, or as most people called him, Dr. Chud. And if it wasn't obvious, this was his attempt in trying to be a clone of Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Witnesser, thank you for the $10 doc. I'm 20 minutes deep in some spice, hot, acidic, goosebump-driven diarrhea, and I ran out of toilet paper. I'm install 102 in the arena. Can you send Alex in to toss me a roll? Alex is not here today. You're in shit out of luck.
Bro, that was so worth it.
He was quite infamously known around this time for one constantly saying slurs.
So, back in the day of the 1910 and 1800s, people would refer to black individuals as niggers.
He was also known as the guy who told an 8-year-old child that Santa wasn't real.
People were saying that Santa Claus isn't real, that your parents just bring you the presents.
Yeah, that's actually true.
I'm a person, well, I was a kid, that when I was like 7 or something, I realized Santa Claus wasn't real. No, I don't know, that was just kind of a me thing, and then, you know, I realized and stuff like that. But yeah, Santa Claus isn't real, but question, why is he talking to a child in the first place? Oh my god. What? Wait, this is like on Fortnite? Is that what this is?
Unfortunately, and that's another lie, and that people do spread.
I don't know what this game is.
I don't teach my kids about Santa Claus because it's not real, and I don't lie to my kids.
He was also known to be heavily religious. And
okay, hold on. I'm gonna be that type of parent. I was just like, Santa Claus isn't real. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. I'm not gonna teach my children to believe in Santa Claus. That's not reality. That's not true. There's not gonna be any Santa Claus or Easter Bunny or Tooth Fairy or whatever anything else you wanna believe in. None of that.
And if you had a mic on in his Fortnite lobby, he would try and convert you to some form of Christianity, even—
Oh, why? Okay. I'm an ex-Mormon, and I told this to another girl who sits behind me in my class. And it's like the first class of the day. It's fucking 8:30 to like 9:45 time, and it's just it's so annoying. But the thing was that I told her that I'm an ex-Mormon and the stuff that I used to believe, and she was just like, no, Jesus is Lord. I'm like, I'm not saying that I believe in anything. I'm not religious anymore. But as I was raised Mormon, there was 3 Godheads, Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Ghost. There's 3 of them. They share duties. That's what I was raised on. I'm not saying I believe in that anymore, but she kept arguing with me, saying that Jesus was Lord and all this other bullshit. I was just like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not religious anymore. Stop. And she was just like, why not? Why not just go to church or go to a good church? I'm like, I'm not doing that. I don't want to anymore. I don't even have the time or the resources or just like the will to go. I'm not Christian, but my boyfriend is. But he doesn't go to church. He doesn't like read the Bible or do all this other stuff. Sure, he believes in a God, but you know, it's not like a rule following this, that, gonna go to hell kind of shit. It's just what he believes in, and I don't believe in that. But it doesn't really matter.
If you have a different religion or you're a child, he will still try and convert
Stop
you.
talking to kids.
Nice.
Stop talking to kids.
I play PS4 right now, but I'm gonna play on Xbox.
Cool.
Yes.
So, listen, I go into games and I teach people about the Bible.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
About the afterlife.
You know how much that Xbox cost?
What?
You know how much an
You know how
Xbox
much
costs?
that Xbox cost?
I think he was most known for trying to convert
100?
a child and telling them if they don't convert, they will go to hell when
Can we
when he
not?
fishing in the toilet as Dr. Witnesser, he would move on to greener pastures, which was doing the exact same thing he was doing before, but now as a
Okay,
peanut.
I see.
So, do you believe in Jesus?
I don't really care.
Or did college teach you out of Jesus?
Oh God.
What they do.
And for some reason, he has a bit...
Not really, no. To where my college goes, there's like, you know, there's some people on the sidewalk talking about God, or there's like little tables where you can get like a pamphlet or something to join their little group studying and whatnot, and then what is it? They hand out pamphlets also on the side. That's what happened at my college. Let's see. And then I live in Arizona, so GCU is like maybe what, an hour away from me, it feels like. But like that's a really long drive, but whatever. But they are a Christian university, and I get so many goddamn ads for it, even though I'm already going to a different college. So, it's really annoying. It's just like, I try to go to class. I got like 10 minutes between each class. Let me go. Let's see. Okay. Let me think about it. What was it? Oh, hold on. My cat's standing out the door. Cat. Okay. I used to be Mormon, so everyone wanted to go like to BYU or Brigham University in Utah. Nah. But yeah, I stay in Arizona. I go to college here. That's what I do. That's what I want.
Where he loves being a bit gassy, and he will regularly
Gassy?
unload on stream.
Good morning, everybody. It's the faithful sheriff, and today we're going.
Please tell me that's a soundbite.
About the good Lord, everyone's welcome.
Please tell me that's just a soundbite.
About this streamer. Now, obviously, he could not outrun his past, and with him doing the same thing he did with Dr. Disrespect, now with the TheBurntPeanut, he quickly became one of the most hated Peanut clones, because at least all the other clones did their own thing. They never tried to be a carbon copy, and they never begged for attention from Peanut.
Here's the deal. If you get the TheBurntPeanut to respond to this video by saying, I released you of your peanut bones, you get your register back.
But because people
peanut
hated
bones,
him so
that's
much,
just like the shell, I guess.
A number of things happening. First, someone sent him a fake cease and desist letter, which was said to be from Peanut, which made him promptly end stream because he thought he was going to get sued by Peanut. The second thing was that people started circulating fake rumors about him. Someone photoshopped a cock on his Peanut, which was something that happened to the original Peanut, and they made it look like he was requesting this just so he could be like Peanut, and he denies it.
I never said this. I never even knew that these guys existed prior to yesterday when this post came out. Here's a picture of my real penis that you can use. Obviously, this is not me. Y'all have seen me. This person probably weighs about 170. I'm 300 pounds.
People also raided his
at least he knows he's fat.
And circulated some rumors there. And third, they have doxed him whilst he was live multiple times.
Not doxing. Stop, not the doxing.
Social security number, and in another person in a game with him calls him out for not living in Texas and lapping that he does. And then they proceed to read out his current address,
does it matter where he lives?
Understandably, results in a reaction.
Some people lie about where they live so they don't get doxed. Like, I say I live in Arizona. I do live in Arizona, but I'm not saying exactly where I live.
Of him looking at the camera like he had just witnessed a second Hiroshima.
I can argue.
Like how you lied about being from Texas when you live in.
Or maybe I'm just letting him live all the way in Minnesota.
Really? Because your wife does.
You can actually find a lot of hate posts about him just showing his address, which is fucked up because he has a wife and kids, and you are potentially putting him and his family in danger doing this. You shouldn't do this. But from the outside, with all of this happening, it has not hindered his activity at all. He seems to have more viewership than ever since he became the faithful sheriff. But obviously, it has somewhat affected the TheBurntPeanut brand and potentially added to the next problem Peanut has been facing.
Mr. Silly! A little bit of goop. Wow, such a
fucking chud.
Now, the last problem is something I mentioned at the start of the video, which is when you get as big as Peanut, and you are basically everywhere on most platforms. I think even I've been barraged by Peanut clips on my beloved Instagram Reels. And although it's probably not just Peanut himself posting all over these platforms, it's also his audience. But regardless, it still leads to the same result, which is that people get quickly tired of
I can see how he's funny, yeah.
Just start to hate you. But for the TheBurntPeanut in this case, it's probably the fastest I've ever seen this happen because he only blew up like 4 to 5 months ago, and already both him, his audience, and even his catchphrases have been designated as cringe. Currently, it's looking like the reputation of being a TheBurntPeanut fan is probably on the same levels as being a Has-Been Hotel fan.
Oh no.
I'm gooping it. This is the best part. This is the best part.
Who is this? Squid? Me.
Hate for Mr. Nut is so forced because how can you hate him? He's just a silly little guy. Mr. Silly. Too silly.
A little bit of goop.
It's even got to the point where people act like the TheBurntPeanut have beheaded each of their family members in front of them with how mad they are when it comes to talking about him.
The TheBurntPeanut has no choice but to rely on an AI avatar to pull viewers.
It's not AI, it's an actual peanut.
Brutal and classic
But it's real peanut though.
If he were to show his face on stream, he would get 0 viewers because his Philly drum is way too short.
Even though you're not funny, you don't make your family laugh at the dinner table. I know you don't. What do you tell them? Yeah, I'm just a fucking peanut. I have a peanut mascot on, and I'll turn to the side and open my mouth. The kids love it saying that, nigga, you are lame.
It seems to have been a thing that only
Anyone want
recently
burnt
happened
peanut?
because some people are confused how he went from generally loved to now widely hated.
Mhm.
Someone blamed it on the fans on the older side of his audience, more accurately the millennials, citing the videos of them unironically repeating some of his catchphrases. But come on, millennials got completely fucked when it came to the housing market. Let them have their fun. But was it down to the fans of the Burnt Peanut that he's now considered cringe? I don't necessarily think so.
I got hiccups.
Yes, there are a few posts I've seen that may have contributed to it, and I don't think it's down to the behaviour of the Burnt Peanut himself. He's been doing the same thing he always does. He hasn't really changed enough from what I've seen to warrant this shit.
The turkey
I think
outfit
it's
now.
just the internet being the internet and the combination of blowing up so fast and being everywhere. To
Oh, that's true. If you blow up too fast, then it can have
Or you
consequences.
don't hold the same value than you did previously because you're mainstream now. And it's to the point where maybe your grandma is even saying things like she's gooping it, quoting him directly. So I guess it's not as cool as when he was more of a niche streamer. But yeah, it's quickly shifted from the Burnt Peanut being widely praised to now people expressing how they're tired of seeing him and his audience.
Oh no, what is a song, dude?
So in conclusion, the Burnt Peanut currently is seeing something that affects most people that get popular rather fast. Does it mean his online career is over and he's doomed to fall off? No, this will come and pass. A lot of the clones will I assume die off unless we do actually see what we saw with VTubers, where they do successfully branch away from being associated with Peanut. The criticism towards his content and fans is going to be around for a while. We are seeing a Pat God-like situation with this, but people will eventually move on. However, currently the Peanut is doing fine. He's just as big and he's still one of the top streamers. Yes, these problems may have tainted his reputation and brand, but I think long term he'll be fine. But yeah, that's it. If you're using Linux to watch this right now, we get it, you're a femboy. But make sure to uninstall the French language pack. It's been causing performance issues for Linux systems. But that's all I had to say, and bye-bye.
Bye, royalty.